It is 11:40 p.m., and you are still building a soybean model no one important will ever read. Midnight has quietly become part of your job description. You are 26, 3 years out of school, and already labeled a high performer. In practice, that just means you stay late and never complain. Then, your phone rings. Elaine Voss from Stratford Ratings wants you in Midtown at 7 in the morning. 48 hours before a sovereign credit decision, one analyst is out, and a country of 90 million people is suddenly your problem. The file is brutal. $38 billion in external debt, most of it needing refinancing within 18 months. The draft says B+. Your corrected model says B+. One notch lower, and 17 institutions are forced to sell. You stay inside the model for 31 hours. No sunlight, no sleep. 3 methodological errors later, the downgrade becomes impossible to ignore. At 9 a.m., the report goes live. By noon, bond yields jump 90 basis points. You did that. By afternoon, the finance minister calls your analysis political. A leak says the last analyst refused to make the downgrade. You did not. A week later, Elaine offers you the job for real. Associate director, 2.5 times your old salary. You sign without negotiating. 18 months later, you cover 11 sovereigns across 3 regions, and you learn something dangerous. The rating matters, but the outlook moves money first. Then Kasari lands on your desk. A small island nation, a lobbying campaign, and a consulting contract worth $4.2 million moving beside your review. Compliance tells you the firewall is real. You ask for proof. The proof never arrives. You publish a fair rating anyway. The analysis is clean. The contract is approved the very same week. Both facts are true. Director. Then senior director. 9 analysts under you, 43 sovereigns in coverage, and $2.1 trillion tied to your team's judgment. In Vienna, a deputy finance minister smiles over coffee and tells you your negative outlook is destabilizing his country. Now another country sits in your queue. 6 months from a debt ceiling breach, B+ with a negative outlook, and $286 million a year hanging on one upgrade. Its reserve data is still flagged red. Cleaning it properly takes 6 weeks. Your preliminary is due in 10 days. Elaine never tells you what to do. She just mentions expansion, issuer confidence, and long-term positioning. At this level, pressure sounds polite. It is 11:40 p.m. again. You're 34 now. The model is still open, the warnings are still red, and the market opens in 7 hours. You save the file without changing a line. Power in finance is never permanent. The game moves on.